Hi, I'm Heather Edgar, and I teach in the anthropology department at UNM. I'm also the forensic anthropologist for the state of New Mexico, working at the Office of the Medical Investigator. For this project, I'm working with students to improve the sample of data from known Native Americans for forensic casework and research. We're drawing on a large sample of CT scans of people who died in New Mexico in the last 13 years and whose deaths were investigated by the Office of the Medical Investigator. We're using data from these CTs, which were collected as a standard part of the investigation made at OMI to improve the identification of missing Native Americans. Part of my job there is to create a biological profile of deceased people when they are found and they can't be identified by traditional means. This profile consists of estimates of a person's age, sex, height, and population affinity. Each one of these factors helps investigators to narrow the pool of missing persons for comparison with these unknown human remains. We estimate each one of these characteristics by comparing the unknown person to data that come from known samples. For example, to estimate sex, we may look at characteristics of the pelvis and compare those characteristics to those seen in people who are known to have been male or female. To estimate how tall someone is or was, we measure some of their bones, often their leg bones, and use a mathematical formula that derives from measurements of people with known heights. All of these techniques work well if the samples of known people are of good size and actually represent the population of people the unknown person comes from. And here's where the problem comes in. Our comparison samples of Native Americans are really poor. The sample size available for comparison is very small, and we don't know how well it represents contemporary Native Americans. The consequences of this is that our ability to be accurate in our estimation that someone was Native American may not be very good. These poor estimates may be part of the reason that there's often a long lag time in the identification of missing Native Americans. This increases the time that families spend not knowing what happened to their family member, and that's a heartbreaking experience for everyone. Using this resource, I hope we can make a real difference in people's lives with this work.